Good morning. This is Dr. Om Schnarr at the Ozark Chiropractic coming to you again this week with our latest video. Today we're going to talk about something that I've been dealing with myself that I know a lot of other patients deal with because I hear them complain about it, and that's vertigo. Now, what's vertigo? Vertigo is basically the sensation of dizziness, spinning, being off balance, and it's extremely unnerving if you have a pretty good case of it going. I had just this past weekend, I'll share with you, on Saturday, I felt awful. I was down. I was really bouncing off the walls. I felt just terrible and things. So what can we do? What's going on with it? Now, unfortunately, a lot of the vertigo causes tend to be what we call idiopathic, meaning we don't know. It's a great fancy word for saying we don't know why it comes. Now, there's ideas. There's the theory of the crystals in the ears, that they get dislodged, they get upset in their balance, and then until you restore that, that affects your balance, your dizziness. I also know that there's what we call a cervicogenic component. That's meaning your neck, the upper two vertebrae play a big role in the neurology there because that affects the inner ears, that affects your balance, your coordination. So that all ties together. So I like to look at both approaches when I deal with it. And we're going to give you some tips to work with this and to help you out when you deal with it because, like I said, there's nothing worse than getting up and stumbling around into walls, falling, or having the room spin so bad that all you can do is just lay down. It's extremely frustrating to deal with. So, share you some ideas and tips to do. First, if you are having issues with vertigo and things, take your time getting up and around. I mean, that sounds simple, but a lot of times we don't. We're so used to just getting up and going. So, if you're laying down, because oftentimes when you're laying down, you will feel better. And it does with me at least, okay? And a lot of times I know it does with other patients. So, when you get up, it's good to go onto your side, lay there for a second, see how you feel, then come up sideways. Sit there for a second. Don't get up and go right away. See how you're doing because a lot of times you may still be a little unsteady. So once you feel better, then stand up. Again, just stand there for a second. See how you're feeling. And then it's always good if there's something there around that you can put your hand on to support yourself before you start to walk. Do that, okay? So always just start out very slow and easy. Same with getting up from even sitting down. Get up, stand there for a second, and see how you feel. Then you can go forward. Just don't get up and go because oftentimes that's where you're going to run into trouble and run into things and you could hurt yourself that way. So we want to take your time there. I believe it's extremely important to get adjusted. We talk about the upper neck. Let me show you. Here we got our cervical spine here. The upper neck right here at the first and second cervical vertebrae. When these get out of alignment, that puts a great deal of strain upon the neurology. It's going to affect the inner ear, your balance, and that coordination system. So that's something we want to look at and make sure that's adjusted. So I always get myself adjusted there. And then there's this maneuver that we call Eppele's maneuver. Okay, you can look this up online. It's very common. This has helped to get the crystals back positioned to where they should be. And I'll give you a brief description. Go online to get instructions how to do it. But basically, you'll start out, do it sitting in bed, with your feet straight out in front of you, and you're going to turn your head to whichever side seems to give you the most problem when you turn your head. So for example, I would turn my head to 45 degrees this way to the right, if that's my most troubled side. Do that. I'm going to lay back down. Now you're going to need somebody to help you with this, because when you lay back down, you keep your head at 45 degrees, then you extend it back about 30 degrees. That's where you need somebody to help hold your head. So you're going to hold that position for 1 to 2 minutes. After that, you're going to rotate your head to the other side to 45 degrees. And again, keep it back at 30 degrees. Hold it for 1 to 2 minutes. Then you're going to rotate to that side, onto your side, with your head 45 and down still, just like we would before, okay? For about a minute. And then you're going to sit up slowly, keep your head 45 degrees like it was for about 30 seconds. And then you can go from there and see how that helps to reposition those crystals. And I think that's important to do both those steps, the adjustments and the Eppele's maneuver. There are some other maneuvers out there you can try. This one seems to be a little easier because there's some other ones that it can get you spinning pretty good, and that's just not a very comfortable feeling. And I think you can be nauseous, and that's no fun to deal with that. So always look into that. I think. Like I say, if you're having issues with it, because I do see this a lot in patients, this is something to bring in, and we can help you with that. We have some great success with folks with dizziness and issues like that and helping them through it. And I just want you to know that, hey, I've been there with you. I've dealt with this stuff, and I know what it's like, and it's no fun and things. So if you're having problems with the vertigo, your balance, your issues, call us. We can help you. We can look into it and help get you through this together and get you what you want, because that's what we're always here for, is help you get the results you're after, helping make a difference in your life that's important to you. That's what it's about, getting back those things that you've missed, that's been affected, whether it's at work or home, helping you achieve that. So until next time, you always remember, you can give us a call, 667-5053. Check out our website, ozarkchiropractic.com. Like us on Facebook. Share these videos. Share with others and things. I know it's the most exciting thing. My son was saying, hey, you need to get out and do more things, different things, man. I get that, but sometimes finding the time and getting the motivation to do it. That's where I'm not at yet and things. But if you have suggestions, please give me a call. But otherwise, until next time, I want to thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you, and you have a great day. Thank you very much.